Hey guys, Basil and Will with Grayson Hobby, and today we're going to unbox the new Jumper V2 Pro.
Because you're not tired of seeing jumper videos, we're going to do another one.
Alright, in this video we're going to unbox the Jumper T16 V2. We're going to go over some of the key features that make it the V2. And we'll have some secret electronics we're going to use and really verify what Jumper says to what it's actually doing.
Yep, we'll check that amp rate.
Yes. Alright, so here is the video. Alright, like always, if this video gives you any value, please give us a big thumbs up and a like and subscribe to our channel. And if this video really helps out, any purchase from Grayson Hobby helps, either a pack of quads,
Pack of props.
either a pack of props or a radio and quad, or even both.
Who are we talking about? Who can? Pack of quads.
Pack of props.
Alright, so this is what we got here is the Jumper T16 V2. So you can see on the box, Hall effect gimbals, V2, Mode 2, serial number, blah blah, all that good stuff. Let's open it up and see what's in it.
Alright, goody goody.
So first thing off the bat, you can tell the box has changed. If you looked at any of our prior videos, you'll see this is different. Instead of a foam blister, it's now a clear blister, a little plastic blister.
Okay.
You have the screen protector right there.
Okay.
You have the radio itself.
Okay. Also, there's a screen protector on there.
Yeah, they ship it with a film when the manufacturer, but that's kind of useless.
No, it's just a protection. We get a lot of questions about saying it's...
Yeah, no, this is the screen protector. This one is just for shipping.
Yeah, okay.
You got a neck strap, the little foam backing pad for the battery tray, spare parts for the gimbal assembly, springs and little the self-aligning system.
Okay.
Extra springs. I don't think those are harder. I think they're just extra. And the antenna itself.
Okay.
So that's everything.
Well, one thing is actually hiding on us. You know what it is? The charge cable. Look.
Oh.
It's stuck right there.
Oh, look at that. Okay, yes. And a USB-C cable.
Yes.
Okay, good call on that one. I was actually thinking.
Let's see the end of that. So that will actually, we'll talk about that later. But anyways.
This version does feature the foldable carry handle.
Okay.
It has the really hard to get out. The injection molded back plate instead of the old external module plate. Okay. The still has an 18650 battery holder. If I can get this battery door open, holy crap! Still comes with the 18650 battery door.
All right.
Holder.
So the question is, we put ours on this guy, right?
Yeah.
Is that where you should go? Does it matter, or?
Well, we put it on this plate right here. It's just wherever you want to put it so it doesn't jiggle around.
All right, so that's just for like a space.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still the same Hall effect gimbals. They didn't change anything there. Again, literally the only part is the folding carry handle, the USB-C charge port, which you can see here is the USB-C charge port. Okay. And the back.
The question I see a lot come through on YouTube or comments is, does the USB-C work through OpenTX?
Yeah, this is still a data port. It has a charge port and a data port. It's no different than a cell phone being able to communicate with your computer as well as charge also.
I don't think we went over that. So you could charge through the USB-C.
You charge through USB-C, yes.
So the old one, you had to take the batteries out.
The original one, you did have to take the batteries out to charge it. This one, you can actually charge as long as it's a Lipo or lithium-ion based cell that charges 4.2 volts. All
right, so that's all good and dandy, but let's break down the USB-C charger and let's see what the real
so
is.
The USB-C is an added-on feature. It is included with the newer version 2 radios. It has a built-in, instead of being USB mini, it's now a USB-C, which is the nice thing about USB-C, you can plug it in. You know, you don't have to worry about polarity. You can plug in one way, flip it around, plug in the other. It doesn't have polarization on it.
Way stronger.
It's stronger. It's a nicer, more robust connector on it. It also, in this particular one, has the ability to charge through it. So now we have a 0.5 amp charge rate, roughly. So the internal charger built in to charge your batteries for the radio for lithium ion or lithium polymer up to 4.2 volts per cell base. Don't use NiCads, don't use NIMS, you'll start a fire. But that charger is designed for those, and it'll charge about 0.5 amp. So depending on what you got, battery capacity wise will depend on how long it takes to charge.
So it's a slow charge.
It's a slower charge, but you don't want to fast charge these batteries. They're not high discharge batteries.
So how do I know it's charging?
So there is actually a light on the board inside. It was a little bit oversight on Jumper's part. technically, if you took this plate off, drilled a hole in there, you could actually be able to see the red LED, but there's an LED on the circuit board itself that will light up, and it'll be either solid flashing or out, I believe.
Okay.
And which is which, I'd have to look up because I don't remember off the top of my head.
But you can't see it with the cover on anyway, right?
You can actually look down at, you can kind of see it shining.
You can see it? Okay.
You have to really look for it. If it's a really like a bright sunny day kind of thing, good luck. But
right.
if you're, you know, in your room, in your house or something like that, you'll probably
Let's
see
turn
it.
the lights off and try it.
All right, so we're going to show you guys the charging rate.
These are just a regular 18.
I'm just using some 18 650s I got here. What I got here, this is a 2 amp USB. If you look here, output 5 volt, 2 amp USB brick.
All right, that does not come with the
No,
radio.
this is just something I have here, and I want to show you guys.
What the hell is this? What is this?
This is a little meter. I like this actually because I can see what the output voltage of this is. This just tells time, milliamp, and actual amp current, which is kind of cool because.
So we're actually test the charge rate, maybe?
Yeah, we can kind of see what it is. Now I don't know how 100% accurate it is. I haven't verified that, but it's probably
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug in. You'll see the lights go back and forth. That's just for the power up. Doesn't matter. It'll eventually go to one side and stop. There you go.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. You'll see here we're charging. We got 5 amps roughly input.
5 volts?
Yeah, sorry, 5 volts output. And this is actually charging at 0.7.
Okay.
So again, it could be off, but this is only rated to a half amp charge rate.
So that could be off of what you're saying.
It could be a little bit off. Who knows? It's a little cheap doodad from Amazon.
Wait a minute. I see a light.
And do you see it in there?
Well, now you moved it. All right, but
so for the purpose of the video here, we just turned off the light so you can see it because it's a little hard to pick up on camera.
Yep, there is that red light right there.
Yeah.
So red means charge, I guess, right?
Red is charging.
Charge. That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. So there's a red light. So it's very, like Will said, it's very hard to see. You have to. I'm looking down almost the antenna slot.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna take it apart here for you.
I'm gonna take out this top part, show you guys a little easier. Actually, I gotta unplug this USB port real quick.
Oh, there you go.
So literally, if you took that top plate off, did a little mod, drilled a hole to about, you know, 1/8 of an inch to the left of the USB port, you'd be able to see the light.
Okay. Do you see the light?
I see the light.
Go to the light. Another question is we get, does the whole folding handle get in the way of my crossfire?
So what we actually have here is Basil's crossfire. I'm going to take off his radio.
Because I have the old radio.
Yeah, he has the older one. I'm going to take that off. And let's see if it fits. Put that up in here, up in here.
Okay.
So it folds down, but it just doesn't fold all the way.
Well, that's obvious because the unit
Crossfire
is external.
yeah, it has a giant like hemorrhoid on the back of this thing.
But it does fold up, and you can hold it, right? You can hold it.
What, can you hold it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get your hand in there. It's a little tighter, but you can still get it in there.
So I guess it does not get in the way. I would say it does not get in the way. I have never used mine.
It's slightly lower profile than the original one.
So let's go over my radio here, because mine's blinged out.
That's not your radio.
Okay. Explain what kind of accessories are available.
Yeah, so guys, those of you looking to get the jumper, get some accessories, if you just really want to spend extra money on it, you can do that.
Yeah, but some things I like some things I have.
The first thing you'll notice here is the carbon fiber finish. That's an aftermarket faceplate. You can add to it.
How do you do that?
A lot of screws and patience and about 2 hours of your time.
Yeah, we did a video on how to replace the switches and how to replace the gimbals. It's the same thing times every switch times 2 gimbals. It's not hard.
It's not hard. Take your time. If you're not comfortable messing with ribbon cables, then don't do it.
Yeah, and for every switch, there's a ribbon cable, so keep that in mind. What else we got here?
The other thing is the switch covers. They have those in like blue, red, black, etc. Little silicone covers that make it nice, so you can, dress it up a little bit. And then a new one from Jumper is actually factory upgrade gimbals. The knobs.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can actually get some nice little spiky ones.
Now these are way longer than the original stock ones.
Yeah, they are a little bit longer.
They feel way longer. It's not, in terms of millimeters.
Yeah. They're still adjustable for height depending on how you do it, but the actual initial height is a little bit longer.
They have a little more grip, I think, to them.
Debatable.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with the stock ones.
Maybe I wore mine out, but I don't know.
But
I think these have a little more bite to them.
If you're more of a thumber, I guess you'd be fine. Yeah.
I'm not a pincher.
Yeah, it's got a little more bite for thumbs. That's one of those things everybody's going to teach their own on that version.
Oh, look, it looks like I put mine on wrong because that's flat and that's vertical.
Yeah, it's actually rotated.
Yeah, so there you go. See, okay. And then,
so, like, again, check your stuff. Make sure you put it together right, unlike somebody.
All right, and then let's turn that around before as the radio falls apart.
Yeah.
And the last, but not least, thing I've upgraded mine with.
Did you? Oh, you did.
Yes.
A GNB battery.
That's
so this has a LiPo.
Yeah.
Let's pull this bad boy out. So this is a 2500 2-cell LiPo, and you'll see it's only 3 to 6C. Again, guys, you are literally dealing with like an 1.5 amp draw rate on this radio at max with the full brightness, everything.
Yeah.
And the RF going. You don't need a 100C battery for your radio.
No, and that's a true 2500.
And one thing they said is the lower the C rate, the more capacity they're able to get in a smaller area. And then the other thing is the battery is technically more stable for a LiPo. Supposedly the low C batteries are a little more stable. Less likely to puff up, less likely to go bad, etc. Which is why they use that in cell phones a lot.
Okay. So it has people have asked why does it have XT30?
XT30 to charge externally through a charger, because you need a main lead and a balance lead for most chargers. This is what plugs into the jumper itself. So if you have a version 2 or the upgrade kit, etc., that has the USB-C charge port, then you can just leave it in the radio and charge it. So
you're saying the USB-C, with the new one, USB-C, I can charge it, the LiPo, directly in there.
Correct. A LiPo connection is definitely a better way. 18650s are readily available. That's the nice thing about those. Would I hesitate to keep one of these laying around? I mean, I'm still running 18650s in mine. I'll probably end up, now that we got those, upgrade that.
So what I do, I keep this in my radio and I keep that fully charged.
Yeah, leave it around in the car, yeah.
That way I'm never without.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Woohoo, a good idea for me. I literally have the very first version that ever was produced. Well, not the first version.
You got first batch, I got second batch.
So I've actually upgraded everything along the way. So if you had the first version from like August, I think, of 2019, it's still relevant.
Yeah, the radio hasn't really changed. They've done a couple of revisions of like the circuit board, stuff like that. Just nothing that really mattered as far as that. Like if you have the very, very, very first version of Jumper, other than going from external to internal module, you could buy the upgrade kit and you're good to go. And the gimbals.
Upgraded from, so the upgrade he's talking about was the video we just prior did from the V1, added in the USB-C charger.
Yeah, at no point are you SOL on any Jumper you've ever bought.
Yeah.
It's either a software update or a $20 hardware update. It's not a big deal.
All right, now the $1 million question I'm going to ask you on the spot, not pre-rehearsed. What's next?
What's next for Jumper? Well, I'm hoping they drill a hole in there so you can see the red light. Kind of pointless otherwise.
And then the only thing I could think of them doing is adding some kind of a port, external port, where you can easily update receivers and stuff like that, right? Without taking the
like a smart port, without saying free sky. What?
Is that important? Do people do that anymore? I mean, I know they do, but
not as much as it used to be.
Okay.
However, I will say what I'd like to see here is thicker grips. I know guys are 3D printing the bulkier back grips. Jumper made them modular so you can change them. I'd love to see an aftermarket or from Jumper themselves a fatter grip in the back just to change the way you hold it a little bit. I myself would like that.
I would like them to offer a carbon fiber plate version.
Pre-installed.
Pre-done, yeah. I mean, people get that. People ask us that all the time. It's not a very expensive for you to do it on your DIY. It's like a couple hours worth of your time. It's actually pretty fun if you're into that nerdy kind of stuff.
I mean, this is a hobby within a hobby. Yeah. This radio is definitely a hobby within a hobby.
Yeah, so it's not a big upgrade, but it's just nice to have it pre-done.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some. I don't even know what I would want else on this though.
And that's just physically hardware. I don't think we've even, at least I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg in terms of software.
No, not at all.
Of the software.
There's so much you can do.
Everything on there. So that's a whole other hobby, like Will was saying, is the software version of it. So we're pretty much beating this one to it with a dead horse here. So let us know what you want to see next in the comments below. If you want to see us, other than doing the faceplate, because that's the 2-hour build and we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, that's